How does mediation work in a divorce or paternity case in the state of Florida? I'm Steve Kramer. I'm a Florida family law and divorce attorney, and we deal with mediation over and over and over and over again, and it is an incredible tool. Now, in the past, if you filed for divorce, you would file the paperwork, your spouse would file a response, you would argue about certain things, engage in discovery, but at the end of the day, you would wind up at a trial. And that is how every case got settled. Either you would negotiate something with your spouse ahead of time by the attorneys talking to each other usually, or if not, you would wind up at a trial. And when you go to trial, you put all of the evidence in front of the judge and all the facts in front of the judge, and the judge makes the decision, and that's what happens. And a lot of times what might happen is something that doesn't make either of you happy, because the judge doesn't get to see the whole picture. They don't know your life inside out. You know your life inside out. And that's why mediation was a great innovation that's happened over the past really 30 years or so. And what it does is it gives you a chance to sit down in a room with your spouse. You sit down with your attorney, they sit down with their attorney, and you attempt to work something out together. And if you can't sit down in a room together, if you don't get along, the great part is you can then caucus. You break up into separate rooms. They go in a room with their attorney, you stay in a room with your attorney. And then you have the mediator that goes back and forth. And the mediator doesn't make any decisions. They're not there to be the judge of your case. They're there to facilitate an agreement between you and your spouse. And that mediator goes from room to room to try to help you and your spouse come to a resolution about the case. And the good thing is you and your spouse or your ex, well, soon to be ex, have an opportunity to control the outcome of your case. You have an opportunity to control your destiny without the expense of going to trial and without the uncertainty of going to trial. And as opposed to the past, when maybe lawyers negotiated with each other or you tried to negotiate with your spouse directly, this is one where you've got a mediator in the middle to help facilitate it. You've got a little bit of a buffer, and it's a good opportunity to resolve your case. We deal with these all the time. That's why I'm telling you about this. If you have any questions about mediation, if you're facing a divorce, give me a call. I'd love to help you out in any way possible. Now, if you're watching this video on YouTube or Facebook, go ahead and click the like button. This way your friends and family can benefit from the information that I'm sharing. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve Kramer.